I'm making my Backlash predictions. I'm going to tell you guys what I want to happen versus what I think will happen. And honestly, you might agree, you might disagree, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar is the big match for Backlash. WWE probably going to give it to Cody Rhodes. They'll probably give it to Cody Rhodes. I don't think they should. But at least I'm being consistent with my views. For the last year, I've said that Cody Rhodes has had it very easy in his WWE career, and a lot of people have jumped on the bandwagon of saying WWE has buried Cody Rhodes. It don't look like Cody Rhodes has been buried by the WWE. Cody Rhodes has also made it very clear that the end goal is still the Universal Championship. He still wants the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns. He wants that title belt. And you know what? I think it is the best case scenario for WWE to have Cody lose to Brock. You can have Brock versus Seth Rollins at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. You can have Seth Rollins defeat Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship. You can have Cody Rhodes lose. You can have Cody Rhodes continue to pick up losses, continue to pick up wins, and then continue to fight for what he eventually wants. Have him go through that adversity. And I get it. A lot of people will disagree. A lot of people are going to say WWE missed their opportunity. This is a show where Cody Rhodes has been drafted to. It's 3 hours once every week. I think every single week, if WWE could put the same level of effort that they did with the Bloodline, and they put that into the Cody Rhodes chase, we will get one of the best storylines of all time. The small little details matter, right? Let's build a story for Cody Rhodes to truly build himself up, so that way he eventually gets back to the Bloodline. And I understand. A lot of people will disagree with me, and that's cool. I don't really care about crowd reaction. I don't care if the fans boo Cody. I don't care if the fans cheer Cody. That's not what interests me. I care about storylines. And I think you could actually build a great storyline if the fans did, in fact, turn. I want to see Cody Rhodes battle within himself, be vulnerable. I want to see Cody Rhodes really question himself if he is meant for that goal. And I would have WWE peel back the curtain a little bit. I would have Cody talk about being an EVP, having it easy in AEW. And I would love to see WWE show Cody that, show the version of Cody that, maybe he was a little bit overzealous in the way that he was thinking. But ultimately, if the story ends with Cody eventually winning the championship, let's just say at WrestleMania 40, I'm okay with that. So yes, I actually want Brock Lesnar to win. I want Brock Lesnar to look dominant going into Night of Champions, because whoever wins the World Heavyweight Championship should beat Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions for the title. And if you're the WWE, there's quite a few people who can potentially be that World Heavyweight Champion. I think you can make an argument for Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. But I don't want Brock winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I just want Brock Lesnar to be built up as a very credible opponent so that whoever beats him doesn't actually look like they just won the consolation prize. And I hope that makes sense. So yes, Cody Rhodes probably going to win, but I don't want to see that happen. What about the U.S. title? Guys, WWE is in a very interesting spot because Austin Theory has been drafted to SmackDown, Bobby Lashley has been drafted to SmackDown, and Bronson Reed has been drafted to Raw. Now, in my opinion, I actually want Austin Theory to win. What I want to happen is Austin Theory winning. What I think will happen is Austin Theory winning. I think WWE will utilize this match for Bronson Reed to look as dominant as possible, and I think Theory, being the heel that he is going to take advantage of the damage that Bronson Reed does. I think Bronson Reed will basically smoke Bobby Lashley, and then Austin Theory will steal the win. And I think that actually makes a lot of sense, because if you choose to continue that story, you have SmackDown with Theory and Bobby Lashley progressing that storyline on Friday nights. Bronson Reed goes into Raw. Even though coming off of a loss, he would look very dominant, and I think that could be a really good move. I think WWE sees a lot of potential champions on SmackDown, so have Theory go into SmackDown with the belt, and then time to build up that massive baby face. And there's a lot of guys on SmackDown I would love to see work with Theory, so this could actually work out for everybody involved. But yes, my pick is Austin Theory, and I think WWE also wants Austin Theory to win. But I think my reasoning for this makes sense, and it protects Bronson Reed as well. With that, I do want to turn our attention to the Bloodline versus Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. This is another match where I think what will happen and what I think should happen is the same. I think the baby faces need to win here. I think WWE knows the baby faces need to win here, but Roman Reigns isn't in Puerto Rico, right? And when the Usos and the Bloodline get back to the States and they come back to SmackDown the following week, I think with them losing, that continues to further the story with Roman Reigns being upset with his Bloodline. And I like the idea of the Bloodline suffering losses at times. And you know what? Solo Sikoa has been protected very well on the main roster, so I don't think there's anything wrong with them losing. I actually think Solo Sikoa, Jimmy, or Jay, something will happen in this match that logically makes them lose. Maybe Solo Sikoa walks out. Maybe he's not even part of the finish. And I think that's the right call. You get the baby faces over, which, I mean, they're already over, but you get them to the win. The crowd goes nuts. And then Solo Sikoa could just walk away. He could be tired of this shit. You know what I mean? And I think that could be a really cool way for WWE to further the story with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns. It gives you something to look forward to on Friday nights while also protecting Solo Sikoa and then also protecting the new champions. I don't really like the idea of champions losing clean on pay-per-view, especially if this is a non-title match. So we'll see what happens there. I want to talk to you about Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. Yeah, this is going to be a good night for the LWO. Bad Bunny will defeat Damian Priest. I think WWE obviously would be foolish to not give it to to give it to Bad Bunny. I like the Judgment Day. I love everything about the Judgment Day. I don't think a loss here hurts them, especially because on TV they've been pushed so well. Bad Bunny should win. I think what will happen and what is going to happen will be the same thing. I think WWE wants the visual of LWO and Bad Bunny in the ring together celebrating the win. I think LWO definitely gets involved. I think the Judgment Day definitely get involved. And I think for WWE to really pull this off in such a big way, it's having Bad Bunny get his big spots, but also letting the other guys fight and using that as a way to help really change the dynamic of the match, and that allows Damian Priest to actually lose. And I think this is okay because WWE, at the same time, will actually have Rhea Ripley win. So Rhea Ripley, Judgment Day, obviously will look strong here. Zelina Vega representing LWO, not so much. I hope they make this match competitive, but I just don't see how WWE would do anything other than give Rhea Ripley the win. She's the dominant champion. I think Zelina Vega is going to get an awesome reaction there. But also at the same time, too, you got to be smart. You got to protect Rhea Ripley. You got to protect the Judgment Day in some extent, especially if Bad Bunny and the LWO are going to look strong against the Judgment Day. So this is one of those things where I'm okay with Zelina Vega taking the loss, but at least make it look competitive. Let her get in some great spots. I don't think there's really anything else to say about this match. I think it's going to be a really cool one, but Rhea Ripley will win. Now, the thing is, this is where things get a little intriguing, and we'll talk about the title situation here. You have Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky, but both of them are members of SmackDown, and they're fighting for the Raw Women's Championship. So, I don't think we see any new women's champions on this show. I think Bianca wins. I think that's what WWE wants. That's what I want to happen. But I want to throw a scenario out there, okay? I really want to throw a scenario out there. Please bear with me. Bianca Belair and Iyo Sky competing for the Raw Women's Championship should allow Iyo Sky to look as good as possible in this match. Okay? You have her look really good in this match. Bianca Belair should win. Bianca Belair should win and defeat Iyo Sky, and then essentially what needs to happen is the following week on SmackDown, WWE needs to drop the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship belts, right? Whether they do it on Raw or SmackDown doesn't matter, but give Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley their own women's championship. One could be the World Women's Championship. The other could be the Universal Women's Championship or the WWE Women's Championship. It doesn't matter. Drop those title belt designs, give them new names, new belts, and put them on their respective brands. This match should be utilized in a way where Iyo Sky gets to look very competitive, look like a serious potential champion, only for Bianca Belair to barely pull it out and win. And then when Bianca Belair is given a new championship belt, you can do the visual of her celebrating with it, holding it. Then whoever is the next female superstar on SmackDown to compete against Bianca Belair, that person should be the one to take the belt off of Bianca Belair's hands, and that should be done at SummerSlam. I think that's a very logical choice, And I would also use this match as a way to have Iyo Sky and Damage Control further their split, so everybody benefits from this in the long run. With that being said, I want to talk to you about our final match, and that is Omos and Seth Rollins. This is the big question mark here because nobody literally knows what the hell is going to happen here. I think WWE is going to have Omos win, and I think WWE wants Omos and Roman Reigns at Night of Champions, which I'm not actually against that, but I want to see Seth Rollins win. I don't really care how they do it, but I want Seth Rollins to win. I want Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Again, we don't want the World Heavyweight Championship to feel like a consolation prize. You have Seth Rollins defeat Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. It's a massive win for WWE to have Seth actually win the belt. I think WWE is going to have Omos win because they want him to go against Roman Reigns. And I get it. I understand it, but I'm not really for that. I don't feel like you need this match to do that. I mean, obviously, you don't really need to do that. So, nonetheless, I'm going to keep it simple on that. I want to know what you guys think. What are your predictions down below? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching more Ango.